We're here because free speech is under attack. We're here because people are being convinced that socialism works. We're here because people are being judged guilty until proven innocent. We are fighting back with facts. This is not a safe zone, so buckle up, Buttercup. This is the raw, naked truth.
The Georgia case against Trump on hold. The White House moves to cover up Biden's cognitive deficits. The NFL is being sued by its fans, and more. Welcome to the Raw Naked Truth. I'm your host, Eric Lopkin, and here's the news you need to know. In a major setback to the Fulton County District Attorney, the Georgia Court of Appeals on Wednesday put a pause on any proceedings related to the 2020 election interference case against former President Trump and co-defendants until it hears the case to disqualify Fani Willis in October. The appeals court has tentatively scheduled a hearing date of October 4th for the appeal by Trump and his co-defendants to have embattled Willis disqualified from the case due to an improper affair with former special prosecutor Nathan Wade. The appeals court action all but solidifies that Willis's sweeping racketeering case against the 45th president will not go to trial before the 2024 election in November. Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell suggested Democratic lawmakers could have incurred ethical violations when they made recusal demands of the Supreme Court after news broke of flags flown at Justice Samuel Alito's homes. Senators Richard Blumenthal and Sheldon Whitehouse potentially engaged in unethical professional conduct before the court, the Republican leader claimed in floor remarks on Wednesday. Both are members of the Senate Judiciary Committee. 3 of our colleagues have taken it upon themselves to write to the Chief Justice and demand Justice Alito's recusal in cases, he explained. One went so far as to tell the chief that he should strip Justices Alito and Clarence Thomas of the ability to write majority opinions unless they recuse from the cases liberals don't want them hearing. This goes beyond the standard disgraceful bullying my Democratic colleagues have perfected, he said. The White House urged Democrats interviewed by the Wall Street Journal for a report about President Biden's mental acuity to call the newspaper back and push back on false narratives, with one congressman defending the president's sharpness, admitting to a reporter he was told to call back. In a report titled Behind Closed Doors, Biden Shows Signs of Slipping, the Wall Street Journal outlined several instances where the 81-year-old president made gaffes and displayed low energy in various meetings with lawmakers and officials, citing dozens of interviews with Republicans and Democrats who either participated in meetings with Biden or were briefed on them at the time. The White House kept close tabs on some of the Wall Street Journal's interviews with Democratic lawmakers, the Journal wrote, after the offices of several Democrats shared with the White House either a recording or of an interview or details about what was asked. Some of those lawmakers spoke to the Journal a second time and once again emphasized Biden's strengths. One Democrat, Representative Gregory Meeks, revealed the White House's efforts in an exchange with the Journal. Boeing's long-delayed Starliner crew ferry finally got off the launch pad for its first piloted test flight, but flight controllers had to step in late in the day to troubleshoot additional unexpected helium leaks in the ship's propulsion system. The Starliner was launched with a small but persistent helium leak in a specific manifold, that is, lines routing pressurized gas to valves that operate one specific thruster. The launch was delayed several weeks for troubleshooting, but managers concluded the spacecraft could be safely flown as is. Boeing's Starliner capsule faces a crucial test on Thursday when it is expected to dock with the International Space Station on the spacecraft's first trip to orbit carrying astronauts, as the aerospace giant looks to sharpen its competition with Elon Musk's SpaceX. The Starliner has been plagued with delays and came in over budget. The trial in an antitrust suit filed by fans over the NFL's Sunday ticket package for watching out-of-market games that aren't part of local broadcasts on Sunday afternoons began in a Los Angeles courtroom yesterday, 9 years after the case was filed. The suit claims that NFL teams conspired with DirecTV to keep the price high. The NFL argues its broadcasting deals are exempt from antitrust rules under federal law. If a jury agrees that the league's actions were out of bounds, the NFL could face as much as $21 billion in damages, according to the Wall Street Journal. In a last-minute decision, New York Governor Kathy Hochul pressed pause on New York City's plan for new tolls to cut back on traffic and raise revenue just weeks before it was scheduled to take effect on June 30th. Hochul said the plan risks too many unintended consequences, but some economists and transportation advocates accused her of tossing out decades of work on the congestion pricing plan to avoid a sensitive election topic. Critics of the plan, including the governor of New Jersey, who celebrated its demise, decried it as a tax on commuters. Blueprint recently fielded a national survey of 943 voters ages 18 to 30. The study found that most young people are not liberals. The median young voter identifies as moderate. In fact, young voters are a lot like older voters, and they are far more worried about the economy than war in the Middle East. 31% of young voters in the poll said they were moderate. 36% defined themselves as some degree of liberal, including 21% who identified as very liberal, and 33% defined themselves as conservative, including 12% who said they were very conservative. Finally, on this 80th anniversary of the invasion of D-Day, we thank the heroes who gave up their lives to stop the monstrous evil of the Nazi regime, and thank our veterans and currently serving soldiers for their sacrifices in keeping our freedom safe. That's the Raw Naked Truth. You can catch every episode of The Raw Naked Truth at xvadio.com, the Apple Podcasts app, Google Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Audible, Amazon Music, and other platforms that respect freedom of speech. We'll see you next time.